Have you ever gotten extremely upset over something small? A short text reply, someone's tone of voice, feeling left out, and then wondered, why did I react so strongly to that? Or maybe you work incredibly hard but still feel like you're never good enough. Or you find it difficult to trust people, even the ones who have never given you a reason not to. What if I told you that many of those reactions, feelings, and patterns were not created today? They were created years ago, when you were a child. Today, we are going to talk about something that touches every single person watching this video: how your childhood is still shaping your adult life and what you can actually do about it. Stay with me. This one might change how you see yourself. Welcome back. If you are new here, this channel is a space where we explore the human mind, not with complicated terms, but with honesty, compassion, and real understanding. Today's topic is one of the most requested ones, and for good reason. When we grow up, most of us believe that childhood is simply a phase we pass through. We become adults, we move on, and we leave the past behind. But psychology tells us something very different. Our childhood experiences, especially the ones that were painful, confusing, or unmet, do not just disappear. They get stored inside us. They become the invisible rules we live by. They shape how we love, how we work, how we handle stress, and even how we talk to ourselves in our quietest moments. This is not about blaming your parents. It is not about staying stuck in the past. It is about understanding yourself so that you can truly heal and move forward. Let's start with a concept you may have heard before: the inner child. Your inner child is not a metaphor for weakness. It is a real psychological part of you. The part that holds your earliest memories, your first emotions, your first understanding of the world, and your earliest needs. When you were little, you were learning everything for the first time. You were learning, am I safe? Am I loved? Do I matter? Can I trust the people around me? The answers you received through your experiences, your environment, and the behavior of the adults around you became your foundation. Now here's the important part. When your early needs were consistently met, when you felt safe, heard, loved, and valued, your inner child developed what psychologists call secure attachment. This creates adults who generally feel confident, can manage their emotions, and form healthy relationships. But when those needs were not met, even in subtle ways, wounds formed. And those wounds do not just disappear when you turn 18. They grow with you. They speak through your reactions. They show up in your relationships. They whisper in your self-doubt. That voice that says, I'm not good enough. That fear that says, people always leave. That belief that says, I have to earn love. These are often childhood wounds speaking in an adult voice. Let's talk about the most common childhood wounds. And I want you to listen carefully, because you may recognize yourself in more than one of these. Wound number 1, the abandonment wound. This wound forms when a child experiences being left, physically, emotionally, or both. A parent who left the family, a caregiver who was unpredictable, even a parent who was physically present but emotionally unavailable. In adulthood, this can show up as a deep fear of being left. You might become anxious in relationships, worry about people losing interest, or even push people away before they can leave you first. Wound number 2, the rejection wound. This forms when a child repeatedly felt like they were too much, too emotional, too needy, too loud, or not enough. Maybe they were criticized often, or their feelings were dismissed. As adults, people with this wound may struggle with deep feelings of being fundamentally flawed. They may work very hard to be accepted, avoid situations where they could be judged, or struggle to truly believe that others like them. Wound number 3, the neglect wound. Neglect does not always look like dramatic abuse. Sometimes it is a household where emotions were simply never talked about, where no one asked how you were feeling, where you had to figure things out alone. Adults who carry this wound often feel deeply alone, even in a room full of people. They may struggle to ask for help, feel like a burden, or not even know what they truly feel or need. Wounded number 4, the shame wound. This is one of the most painful wounds. It forms when a child is made to feel that who they are, not just what they did, but who they are, is wrong or bad. As adults, shame often lives beneath the surface. It can look like perfectionism, hiding parts of yourself, an inability to accept compliments, or a constant sense of not deserving good things. Wound number 5, the trust wound. When a child grows up in an environment that is unpredictable, unsafe, or where adults broke their promises, trusting others becomes dangerous. In adulthood, this can lead to difficulty letting people in, always waiting for something to go wrong, or being hyper-independent because depending on others has felt too risky. Now, and this is important, having one or more of these wounds does not mean your childhood was a disaster or that your parents were villains. Many parents did their best with what they had. Many wounds come from very ordinary circumstances. But intention does not cancel impact, and understanding the impact is where healing begins. So how exactly do these old wounds show up today? Let's get specific. In your relationships, do you find yourself attracted to people who are emotionally unavailable? That might be because unavailability feels familiar. It mirrors what you experienced as a child. Familiarity, even when it is painful, can feel like home. Do you give and give in relationships but struggle to receive? That might come from learning early that love had to be earned. Do you shut down during conflict instead of talking things through? That might be a nervous system that learned as a child that it was safer to go quiet. In your work, perfectionism is often a childhood wound wearing a business suit. When you grow up being praised only for achievements or criticized harshly for mistakes, you learn that your worth depends on your performance. Procrastination can also be a wound in disguise. Fear of failure, fear of being judged, fear that trying and falling short proves something terrible about you. In your inner world, the way you talk to yourself is often the voice of someone from your past. The harsh inner critic that says you are so stupid, or why can't you get anything right? Where did that voice come from? Whose words were those first? Anxiety and depression, while they have biological components, are also deeply connected to early experiences. Constant worry can be a nervous system that never felt safe. Numbness can be the result of learning to survive by shutting feelings down. None of this makes you broken. It makes you human. And it means there is a reason. And with reasons, there can be solutions. Let's briefly look at why this happens on a deeper level, because understanding the science can make it feel less personal and more solvable. Our brains are most flexible and impressionable in early childhood. This is a beautiful thing. It is how we learn so quickly. But it also means that the emotional lessons we learn during those years get wired very deeply. Psychologists talk about something called attachment theory, developed by John Bowlby and later expanded by Mary Ainsworth. It says that our earliest bonds with caregivers form a template for how we expect relationships to work for the rest of our lives. If your early caregivers were consistently warm and responsive, you likely developed secure attachment, and you move through life with a baseline feeling of safety and trust. But if your early caregivers were inconsistent, distant, or frightening, your attachment system became anxious, avoidant, or what psychologists call disorganized. And your nervous system has been trying to protect you from those early hurts ever since. There is also the concept of the ACE study, adverse childhood experiences. Research has shown that stressful or traumatic childhood experiences are strongly linked to both mental and physical health outcomes in adulthood. This is not to be alarming. It is to show that this is real, documented, and taken seriously by the scientific community. The good news, and this is genuinely good news, is that the brain is also remarkably capable of change. This is called neuroplasticity. We can build new pathways, we can heal. The wounds of childhood do not have to be permanent sentences. This is the part many people are waiting for. And I want to be honest with you, healing is not a single moment. It is a process. But here are real, practical steps you can begin today. Step 1. Recognize the pattern, not just the feeling. The next time you have a strong emotional reaction, pause and ask, is this reaction proportional to what just happened? Or does this feel bigger than the moment? If your reaction feels much bigger than the trigger, there is likely a wound underneath it. This is not about judging yourself. It is about getting curious. Step 2. Connect the present to the past. Ask yourself, when have I felt this exact feeling before? How old was I? What was happening? Often, strong adult reactions have a younger version of ourselves underneath them. Journaling can be incredibly powerful here. Write about it. Let the words come out without editing them. Step 3. Offer your inner child what they needed. This might sound unusual, but try this. Imagine yourself as a child, maybe 5 or 6 years old, going through what you went through. What did that child need? What would you want to say to them? Many people find this surprisingly emotional, and that emotion is not weakness. That is healing happening. You can tell your inner child, I see you, I'm here, you are safe now, you are not alone. Say it gently. Say it like you would to a real child who needed comfort. Step 4. Reparent yourself. Reparenting means giving yourself as an adult the things you did not receive as a child. If you needed encouragement, encourage yourself. If you needed boundaries, set them now. If you needed rest and care, give that to yourself without guilt. This is not selfishness. This is self-restoration. Step 5. Seek professional support. Some wounds need more than self-help, and there is absolutely no shame in that. A trained therapist, especially one who specializes in trauma or attachment, can help you process things that are too deep or too complex to work through alone. Approaches like EMDR, somatic therapy, and internal family systems, IFS, have all shown strong results for inner child healing. If therapy is not accessible to you right now, there are also excellent books, workbooks, and online communities that can support your journey. Step 6. Be patient and compassionate with yourself. Healing is not linear. There will be days when you feel you have moved forward and days when old patterns come back. That is not failure. That is the natural rhythm of healing. Treat yourself with the same patience you would offer to someone you deeply love. I want to leave you with this thought. You did not choose the family you were born into. You did not choose the experiences that shaped your earliest years. You did not choose your wounds. But you are here today, watching this video, asking questions, seeking understanding. And that is a choice. That is courage. Your childhood may have written the first chapters of your story, but you are the one holding the pen now. Healing is possible, growth is possible, and you deserve both. If this video resonated with you, please share it with someone who might need to hear it. Leave a comment below. I truly read everyone. And let me know, which wound did you recognize most in yourself today? You do not have to answer if you are not ready. But if you do, know that you are not alone. Subscribe if you are not already part of this community, and I will see you in the next video. Take care of yourself. You matter.